Welcome back to Bloom. There is a teen health revolution happening in America. Leading the charge, a team of brothers looking to make change. Joining me now are Zain and Imad Ansari, two of the brothers who authored The Teen Health Revolution, Unlocking Lifestyle Secrets for the Mind, Body, and Soul. It is such a pleasure to have you both on Bloom.
Thank you so much. We're so honored to be here today.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
So tell me a little bit about your mission, because there is no doubt the statistics are staggering. Young children are getting sicker by the day. They're obese, they're not eating right, they're consuming all of this social media, and it's really impacting not just their physical health, but their mental health. So what's the mission behind your book and your podcasts?
So we saw this firsthand as teens and kids who go to school on a daily basis. So we see how teens in our school, they're eating so much junk, they're just scrolling on their phones, and we see how this really affects on their mood, their behavior. A lot of them, they're really not nice. So there's just so much problems going on with teens, but it's so unfortunate that adults and like people around, they're not focusing on teens a lot. They're instead just lecturing us like we're some people who will just, especially because, teens, we won't really listen to adults. Like, let's be honest.
Right. So you're getting the messaging out to other young people. And I got to be honest with you, doing this show has taught me so much. The system is kind of rigged against good health because you can get your hands on terrible foods so easily. So how are you getting the message out to other young people?
So
either one of you can jump in, yeah.
So we first started with the podcast, and especially as a young, when we were really young, we saw how, like, we didn't know what we were gonna do, so we didn't know what we were doing. Like, we didn't know what, like, a lot of other kids, they didn't know what they were doing, so we wanted, like, an easy way to maybe for anyone to listen. They can just jump on, like, at the time it was, like, every Thursday, they could just jump on and they could listen to our podcast. And every single one of those podcasts, there's always something new, something easy that they could learn from experts all around the world. Now we have interviewed over 200 plus experts, and we're just, we made it so practical for every kid and teen to just really just hop on the podcast and really learn about it.
I like that. It almost sounds like Baby Bloom, where you bring on the experts and you start educating. Imad, are you part of the podcast as well?
Yeah, I've started like a little late because like I'm a little younger, because it was Zan and Abdullah who did it for like the first like 50 podcasts, and then I was like, I want to join on too, because I want to also get the message. I want the message to spread around my peers too. So I joined on trying to get that information.
Now, are you like me? Have you learned a lot from the experts? Have you made personal changes in your own life because of what you learned through all these folks that you're interviewing?
Yeah, so when I was younger, I had chronic sinus issues, and when I was looking at those podcasts, I was like, yeah, maybe I need to eat healthier and get the diet better.
And it helped?
Yeah, it helped.
And what about you?
Definitely, like, there were so much good tips on like how much like water you should be drinking, and at the time I didn't really know. I was much younger, so really just getting all these different points of views and perspective, especially with like drinking more water, because as a teen I realized how much water I was not drinking and how much we really need it for our body. So I really found the podcast to be super helpful in that case too.
That's awesome. And what you said earlier was very funny. You're like, some of these kids are not very nice. Well, now scientifically they're proving that what happens in our gut is directly impacted to what happens in our brains. So, a lot of changing your diet can relieve some of depression, anxiety, things that you're just not feeling off because everything's not connecting properly. Have you learned that from the experts?
Definitely, and especially because our gut and our gut is our second brain.
Right.
And it's so sad that we're just like forgetting about our gut, and like it's like we forget about our physical health being connected to our mental health.
Yeah.
And it's so important because I think for every one message the brain sends to the gut sends like 9 back, I think.
Wow, that is amazing. Well, listen, I know your folks are proud of you. They should be, and we should all rally behind what you're doing. So what I'm going to do for you is share this story, how you can connect with the brothers on Bloom Tampa Bay. And up next, I'll show you an FDA-cleared drug-free brain stimulation device now available in Tampa Bay.